You see the Avatar Last Airbender movie isn't going to be in theaters anymore. Why? Where's it going? Straight to streaming? Paramount Plus, baby. Oh, very cool. Oh, very cool. They have no faith in theaters at this point. I said this pretty recently. I think theaters are going to be on their way out in not too many years. I think that Netflix deal is going to be the nail in the coffin. And it's going to be very sad when that day comes. Only thing that sells tickets are horror, superhero, or big directors like Nolan. And anime now. Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man movie went ballistic, but yeah. Tickets should cost less if the movie costs less to make. It's an interesting notion. Movie ticket economy is crazy. I mean, yeah, it's very expensive. It's not cheap. But it's not like anything is. Go grab some fast food, tell me how cheap that was. Not just theaters, but yeah, movie tickets are expensive. Did Avatar Fire and Ash flop? Nope. It's over $500 million right now, I think, right? Doing extremely well. What do we need to do to save movie theaters? I don't know how to save them, but I know one thing you can do to improve the experience. Cut down on the amount of previews. I think what time you post a movie's... Like, if a movie is posted for 4:30, it should start at 4:30 instead of the previews starting at 4:30. Like, the previews for Marty Supreme were 27 minutes long. And for Avatar Fire and Ash, it was about 30. That's just so unbelievably unacceptable. Like, you end up wasting an entire afternoon to see a film when it doesn't need to be that way. That's something that could instantly improve the experience. Trailers that long give you time to be late, though. Yeah, but who gives a shit? Just don't get there late? I mean, like... tough shit? No, like I said, that's not going to save movie theaters. It just makes it a better experience. Just cutting down on all that preview time. The 25 plus minutes of previews before your movie starts. Eating away your whole day. I think things are just way too expensive regardless. I don't know how you can really save theaters. I mean, concession is of course extremely expensive too, because that's where theaters make the bulk of their money. So I think it's just a matter of time. Include more product than just ticket, like poster, merch, etc. Well, they can't. That would eat into the profit margins. In order to do that, they'd have to raise the ticket prices. And if you go on opening day, they do have that, like, swag that they give you. So it's not like they don't do that already. Oh, I love movie theaters, man. I'm not happy about it. But you ask the vast majority of, like... I'd say anyone sub 35... I bet they would say they'd prefer the convenience of watching from home. They don't really care too much about the theater experience. So if you offered them a choice, most people are going to choose to just watch it at home. And now with Netflix buying Warner Bros., that catalog hitting streaming instead of going to theaters, no one's going to bother. And that's going to be a huge blow. Well, I'm not even saying like price-wise, I'm saying convenience-wise. Let's say ticket prices weren't as bad as they are right now. Ticket prices and concession prices, let's say they weren't that bad. If you offered people sub 35 a choice on like, will you watch this movie from home or a theater? Where would you rather go? Most of them are going to say home. It's just an unwinnable battle. I think it depends on if the person has friends and family to go with. I mean, there's plenty of extenuating factors, but... Even just look at both chats right now. Most people said home. It truly, like, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom about it, but it really is going to be on its way out not too long from now. It'll just be like a novelty thing. It'll probably be like exclusively IMAX or Dolby Cinema. And it'll only be for like the big films and nothing else. Like, it won't disappear completely, but it'll drastically change. Maybe we put movie theaters in strip clubs. That could be the solution to everything. Every failing business, put a strip club element to it or put it in a strip club. See if it saves it. You might be onto something. Theaters ran their course, times are different now. Yeah, and I'd be fine with that if what was replacing it was just generally better. The more and more things that stop being social, the worse and worse it is for people. I mean, I don't know how many times I shake my fist at this cloud, but I think as more and more things start vanishing that were once like normal social activities, because people would rather be at home isolated, it's bad. It's a net negative for the whole world. Society just gets worse. People don't connect. People don't do things communally anymore. I think that shit sucks. That's bleak. I go to theaters every Thursday for the last fucking 7-8 years. So it's always been something I've looked forward to. I guess not every Thursday, because there's not always a movie worth seeing out, but I probably go to movie theaters maybe like 100-ish times a year. And it's just going to be sad when that's no longer the case. There's 54 weeks in a year, I think. Oh yeah, how many weeks are in a year? Because it's very rare I go twice in a week, because there's very rarely 2 good movies out. So it's probably not 100. Probably closer to like 60, 65. For me, I only go for big movies like Dune, Marvel, Nolan. If I take the time out of my day to go see fucking Stranger Things Chapter 2, I would genuinely feel ripped off. It would ruin my day. Okay, well, to be fair, tough guy. That's a show. Little different. That would ruin my day as well, even though I do like Stranger Things. That'd be like fucking 9 hours just plopped in front of the screen. That would suck ass. I said Strangers Chapter 2. Oh, did you? I thought I read Stranger Things to... Oh. Oh, okay, that's fair. I saw that in theaters. I had a great time. I watched that with Aaron. Yep, saw Moonfall in theaters. An experience I'll never forget. Streaming also trying to kill physical media, which blows as well. True! That's another soapbox I get on a lot about the death of physical media. I used to welcome it. I used to be like, oh, this is so much better, this is great. Until now I see why it's such a bad thing as companies continue to just wipe entire things off the fucking face of the earth. You will own nothing and be happy. Here's your permission slip to own this for as long as we say you can. But you don't actually own anything. There's a huge influx of popularity in physical media lately. I hope it continues. Yeah, I hope so too. We'll see. I started a VHS collection for obscure titles. Banger idea. I have my physical media collection as well for my favorite shows, cartoons, and music. Movies need to become rides. If that isn't the most sickening thing, movies need to become rides. You know what you just reminded me of? I saw this the other day. A buddy of mine sent this to me. There's a movie theater that allows you to fidget and knit and shit and be on your phone while watching a movie. I think it's in the Netherlands. What do they call it? I don't know, I'm gonna type in fidgeting movie theater. Was it called like the Stim Theater? I don't know if that was it. But the idea behind it, granted I didn't look too deep into it past the piece on it. The idea was people can't focus, so in order to help them focus, you can like knit and be on your phone and fidget. So you can, I guess, do a couple things at once. Because no one can just focus anymore. Put Subway Surfers in the corner. That could be the way. It was called the ADHD Cinema, was it? Oh yeah. It was in the Netherlands. It was an ADHD-friendly cinema. Yeah, this is what it was. It was doodling pads and knitting and stuff. Yeah. Looked AI generated. Well, there was clips of it, so that might have been AI generated, I don't know. But there was clips of it, like, in use. But I guess maybe that could have been AI generated too, I don't know. I didn't look that hard at it. At that point, why go to the theater, just watch at home? That was my point. Just watch at home. Unless it's like a community bonding thing, in which case, that's sweet. But it didn't seem like that was it. Can we talk about how they're deliberately dumbing down movies for people to doom scroll? Okay. I don't really know enough about that. What do you mean? They make movies with the sole intent of it being doom-scrolled. Like that, my boyfriend is a werewolf, like that kind of stuff. That like romance shit. But I don't know about dumbing down movies to be doom-scrolled, like normal movies. There are absolutely shows that keep repeating info expecting people not to have paid full attention. That's still a little different though. What you're talking about is, I remember not long ago, something we looked at on stream, there was some studio that said that they will sometimes explicitly explain what's happening in front of you, just for in case people are watching on a second monitor. I don't remember who it was, but I remember we talked about that on stream. I wouldn't say that they're dumbing down movies for the sake of doom scrolling, though. That was like one production. I would just... it's an old head take. I would just really like if it was just make good shit again. And not have to worry about being second monitor friendly or like worry about like, well, what if someone can't sit still while watching this and it's too, you know, not... like, I would rather not have to worry about these like ridiculous factors that go into it now. Just make good shit and hopefully the rest will take care of itself. I feel like we still get good shit though. Oh, I'm not saying we don't. I'm not that doomer mode. I'm just talking about like the production side of like, well, what about second monitor friendly viewers, and we have to consider that, which is what brought up this whole tangent. I think movies for kids should also be enjoyable for adults. Making something for children doesn't mean you have to make it a piece of shit. That's not a cold take or anything, or that's not a hot take or anything. I think most people have that perspective. A lot of the shows from back in like the early 2000s and stuff were enjoyable for children and adult viewers. A lot of it still holds up really well, like old SpongeBob, Courage the Cowardly Dog, fucking Johnny Bravo. I actually watched a little Johnny Bravo not long ago. A lot of those old shows are just still really enjoyable. Not even just nostalgia talking. Like Adventure Time, for example. I didn't watch Adventure Time growing up. I didn't watch Adventure Time until 2018. That show was like really good. I was very surprised that it was good. It always had a lot of hype, but I just assumed it was probably bad. Don't know why I ever had that assumption, but I enjoyed it. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the most timeless example, yeah. Didn't you do the same thing with Regular Show? I did, yeah, Regular Show is another one. What's a show or movie you watched as a kid that you thought was peak, but it's actually trash? That's a good question. There's definitely some that I went back and watched expecting to really like, and I fucking hated it. But I don't know which one would be, like, the worst. I'd have to, like, really think. One that was really disappointing was Code Lyoko. Like, I don't think it's trash or anything, but I remember I really liked Code Lyoko when I was a kid, but going back and watching it, it's kind of hard to watch. I know you mentioned Rollerball. Rollerball is probably the best answer, yeah. Holy fuck, Rollerball. I made a whole video on that. I rewatched that movie, what, a year ago now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Beast Wars is another one, yeah, that has aged like shit. I still love the concept of Beast Wars, but it is kind of rough to look at. For me, it's probably Norbit. I watch that shit all the time for some reason. You watched Norbit all the time? You want to know something nuts? I actually just watched Norbit like 2 months ago for the first time in 10 years, probably. That movie does not hold up. I used to watch anything like Eddie Murphy, so as a kid, I remember I liked it. I didn't watch it all the time, though. You know what I did watch all the time, though, was Nutty Professor. Norbit's a crazy pick.